Good morning and welcome to our Facebook Live this morning. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of February 2022. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. My name's Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley in Northamptonshire in the UK. If you're watching for the first time, then good morning and welcome to you, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on which part of the world you are watching from. If you are watching and you have any queries or comments or questions as we go along, just pop them in the comment section and I'll try and answer them as we go along. If you're watching on replay or on Facebook, then add any comments if you have any questions, and I do watch those and I'll get back to you with an answer in the comment section on Facebook or YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me. Yesterday I did a viewers challenge, morning Jeanette, which was to choose either the daffodil papers or the rainbow papers from Sale-a-Bration. And it was the daffodil papers that were chosen. So I've used them in these two cards that I made yesterday evening, so you can see that replay on Facebook or YouTube. This one I just basically used the paper as is, and this was the sheet that I started with. You can see where I've cut it from there. I added some of the coloured daffodils. Oh, bless you, Kerry. Thank you. Take care now. And Tracy, good morning to you. So I used the daffodil papers. I coloured in some of these daffodils here, so you can see they're different from the sort of cream ones, and just added a sentiment and one of our little brushed brass butterflies to finish it. So that makes a really simple card. And then I went on to use these papers behind here, which has little printed daffodils on, which is this sheet here. Not sure how much of that you can see. Hopefully you can see that. Laid that on the bottom, and then I stamped the daffodils from a coordinating stamp set called Daffodil Daydream. This has matching dies as well, but I just used the stamp set yesterday, and I turned this into an Easter card. So I stamped this. I used one of our frames from the Scallop Contours dies to cut that out, just offset it to the left slightly, and then added the Easter blessing sentiment in there. So again, another quick and easy card. Just added a little bit of bumblebee ribbon, which coordinates with this colour here, to finish it off. So I'm going to do two more cards this morning, and I had an idea when I saw this piece left over yesterday. I thought this is perfect for a slimline card. So Stampin' Up brought out some slimline dies and also some coordinating envelopes. So this is the size of them. Effectively, you've got the width of, for us here in the UK, an A4 card that will fit in there, and they have printed insides, and it comes as a pack of 15 in 3 different colours. We have soft succulent, we have smoky slate, and then we have a white one. So I thought this is actually perfect for a slimline card using that piece there. So I've cut this piece off here on the left hand side, and I'm going to make a slimline card out of this. So I will give you the measurements as we go along, or the measurements that I use. I have already cut an inner for my card, because what I'm going to do, I think, is layer it onto the yellow. I'm going to obviously cut this down, and then the green, like so. Or shall I do it the other way around? Good question. Might do it onto the green and the yellow. Yes, and then it's got a nice brighter card for the outside. So the measurements for cutting the card that I use is it's going to be the full width of your A4 card, and then you're going to cut this at 18 centimetres. Let's move these out of the way. There we go. So we're going to cut it at 18 centimetres and score it at 9 centimetres. So there's the 18, and then move this down to 9, like so. Oh, I wasn't going to do that, was I? Right, let's do this one again. I'll use that other piece for my panel. Okay, so my card, dear, is going to be in this lovely bumblebee colour. So, try that one again. We're going to cut it at 18 and score it at 9. And the good thing is, the piece that you've off-cut works perfectly as a layer onto another card. So this one I'm going to cut at 8.5 by 20.5. So I've just got half a centimetre difference. And then I'll cut my papers. So my layer is going to be like that. So that gives me a small border, sort of 2.5 millimeters around each edge. Okay. So this will make another card. So while I'm here, might as well do that. So 8.5 by 20.5, like so. So we've got that layer like that. And then I'm going to use this piece of the daffodil papers. Morning, Catherine. Thanks for joining us. And obviously it's not going to get a great deal of the daffodil in there. So what I'm going to do is just going to see if I trim that to the top, how much I get, whether it's worth. Oh, it just about works, doesn't it? Yep. So I'm going to trim that very close to that first daffodil leaf, like so. And then this one, so the card was 9, the layer was 8.5, so this is going to be 8 centimeters, like so. And obviously you could bring it further down if you wanted to. This is going to be perfect for the inside. So that's going to be my layer like that. And we're going to trim this down to 20. So the width was 21, the layer was 20.5, and then this is 20. What a layer like that. Perfect. And I think the slimline cards make something quite different. I have done some A6 card folded, you know, along the narrow side, but they do come out quite small, whereas I really do like that. Just makes it look a little bit different. So while I'm here, let's put something onto this one as well. Might as well. 2 for the price of 1. So let me see what other patterns would work in there. So we've got this all over design. That would look quite nice. Decisions. Right, let's see. I've got that one. Or that one. Oh dear. Or that one. That's quite funky, isn't it? So let's cut a piece of this, and there's some nice yellow daffodils at the top to match. So I'm going to cut this one to 8. And again, this is going to be 20 centimetres across. Actually, what I'm going to do is just make sure I've got more of this yellow daffodil. So just move that along, like so. There we go. So we had our slimline class in person yesterday, went really well. I'm going to use this on the inside of the card. And so all my class in a box packs are ready to go today. So that's this morning's job, to get the labels printed and pop them in the post. So ready for our class on Saturday for those that are able to join us online. So there's 1 and there is 2. So let's layer those up. Perfect. And okay, you're going to use, though it doesn't quite coordinate, I'm going to use that on the inside of this one because it's a dark card, whereas this one doesn't really need it, although I could still put it on there. Oh, perhaps I will, because then it matches that one. Okay, so let's put these together. And as I did yesterday, you could add in, use your blends pen to colour in more of the daffodils if you wanted to. So that's my layer there. Here's my card, which I've cut at 21, which is the width of A4, by 18, scored at 9. So that's going to go onto there. And the Slimline envelopes come in packs of 15. So you get 5 each of the 3 colours. If you've got spare designer series paper, of course you could make your own envelopes as well. Okay, I'm going to slot that on the inside. I'm going to stamp that first in a minute. So there's that one there. Let's do the same with these. So I'm going to layer this up. So because I know the size of the margin that I've cut, I know that if I get those three sides the same, it will fit my piece perfectly. Well, as perfectly as it can be. So I hope everybody is well this morning. Nice, fairly bright and sunny today. Just going to go onto there. That. Oops. There we go. In fact, it's so bright I haven't had to put my overhead light on. So there's that one. Okay, so I'm going to stamp a sentiment on this inner here for this one. What you could do if you had a little bit of spare card or paper is you could fussy cut a few of these flowers, assuming you had the same combination, and pop them up on top on either dimensionals or just have them layered on top. That would be quite effective. Let me grab the Slim Sayings stamp set. So this has a lovely big happy birthday, happy for you, enjoy, and then you've got your one of a kind, which is perfect obviously in the vertical position like so. And then you really are fabulous. So I'm going to use the happy birthday like so. Let's find a block for that. But this one's a little bit overkill, but it'll do the job. Like so. And I think I'm going to use espresso for this. Yes, Jeanette, definitely pleased the wind has gone down. Catherine's working on the PC. The back to the window. Oh, but dull. Oh, hi, Scylla. Thanks for joining us, Scylla. That doesn't look very straight to me. Okay. I'm going to have a practice run on this because it's quite a long stamp. Just want to make sure it's okay. So we're doing some slimline cards today, funnily enough, Scylla. Scylla was the one who came to our class yesterday. Just because I had this piece left over from making this card yesterday. And I thought it makes perfect slimline cards. So, just tried this one. So I've got early espresso here. So because it's quite a solid stamp, I'm inking it up fairly well. And I would just want to stamp it on here to make sure that I've got it roughly straight. Need to take my glasses off. Like so. Yep, that will work nicely. What I do need is to wipe that. Make sure it's nice and clean. Okay. And just re-ink that. I'm going to pop it onto this inner here. There we go. Okay, so I've got happy birthday there. Just a nice bit of pressure because it's a long stamp. There we go. So happy birthday. And I could just add in the corner, this daffodil here, which is out because I used it yesterday. Actually, I might just use the single daffodil. And then we've got this sweet little butterfly. So I'm going to pop that one on there as well. So I used this stamp for the first time yesterday, so I haven't done any prep with it. I haven't put any labels on or anything. There we go. And just like so. Just wondering which side to put it on. I was going to put it on the right, but now I put my daffodil and my butterfly there. I think I need to put it on the left. Okay. I'm just going with this triple one, probably a little bit overkill, but just because it's at the ready, really. Like so. There we go. So that's going to be the inner to this one, like so. And then I'm going to stamp daffodils on here. Like so. Tempted to do them all the way along, but I'm not going to. But I think I will add that cute little butterfly. Like so. And you could also add the butterfly onto here. There we go. That's that one. And then I've got these ones here. So what I'm going to do is just colour these in quickly, add a bit of detail to my butterfly. So we've got assortment of colours here. Obviously we've got daffodil. Let's check what that pink is. Flirty Flamingo. It's because it's on vanilla. It looks quite yes, it is Flirty Flamingo. So let's just see. Might do that for the butterfly. Sorry, glasses are off. So I don't know what everybody's got planned for today. Can't believe we're sort of halfway into the week already. Actually, I'm going to do that, and a darker bit on the inside. Like so. Little bit of blending, like so, and then I'm just going to cover my daffodils in. Now I'm just wondering, so we've got soft succulent here, so I'm going to give it a go stamping on the envelope just to see how it comes out. So I'll just use the daffodil again. No. Yes, the daffodil with early espresso. Dear. I haven't had enough coffee, obviously. In fact, I haven't had any coffee yet, so. Okay, let's give this a go. So it's slightly coated, the envelope, so I'm just going to be careful to let it dry properly. There we go. So I can see that it's still wet, but I think that will dry. I could, yes, it's drying now. I can see it's not as shiny. So that's a really nice effect on there, isn't it? You could colour that in if you wanted to, but I don't think you need to. I don't think it's necessary for that. And I'm going to grab another one of this colour, soft succulent, rather than use the grey or the white. Okay, so let's just finish this off. And this stamp set does have another set of lovely dots, perfect for covering up anything. So let's just do this really quickly and we're done. Jeanette's window shopping. Oh, Catherine's working. It has to be done, I'm afraid. Without that, you wouldn't be able to buy your Stampin' Up supplies. Looking forward to class on Saturday with you, Catherine. So if anybody else wants to join us, I've got a class on Saturday, which is a kit class. So you can select from any of the kits I've got. I've got most of the kits in stock, including the new one. And that's at Evenley Village Hall. It's £25 for one person with one kit. Or if two of you want to come along and share, so either, you know, two friends or mother and daughter, mother and son, father and daughter, whatever, then it's £30 for two and you get the one kit between you. So I will pop an email out. I'm a little bit behind on sending my customer emails, so I apologise for that, just because busy with classes and class prep, and we've got Let's Get Creative next weekend, so preparing for that as well. There we go. Gotta love daffodils, haven't you? They just bring that element of, you know, sunshine to the place. And I've got white and dark granny apple green. So just doing a little line of the dark. That. So on Saturday I've got the in-person class in the morning, and then in the afternoon we have our online class for the class in a box. And in between I'm meeting friends for lunch. So I need to be organised on Friday night, don't I? Hey ho. There we go. Something behind there, not quite sure if it's a leaf or not. There we go. There we are. So that's going to go inside of here. Oh, I was going to put that in, wasn't I? On there, look. Never mind. Let's attach this on the inside. And cards are done. So I do love it when you can let the papers do the work for you. These papers are only available to the end of February. There we go, and they're free with an order of £45 or more. There we go. So there's that one there. I could put something on the outside, but I'm not sure I need it. I quite like it as is, and the same with this one, with that one there. Oh, I haven't coloured in the little butterfly here. Okay, so two quite different looks, aren't there? I mean, obviously that one was stamped anyway, but yes, I just think they look quite just a little bit more special, I think, being that sort of size. Let's try pale papaya for this butterfly, which is what this colour is here. Like so. And obviously you could add bling to this. We used the butterflies yesterday, these cute little ones here. But you could add some little yellow or green gems if you wanted to. Just going to give this a little bit of a yellow tint. There we are. We're done. And our matching envelope here. So I will grab another one and decorate that as well. So I hope you like those two cards. Something slightly different with the slimline ones. But I just think it looks a little bit more, it looks a little bit special compared to the ones that, you know, the normal A6 ones. As I say, you could easily add a label on there or a tag or happy birthday, but I quite like it just as is. Right, okay, so time for coffee for me, followed by getting my class boxes in the post. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m, and tomorrow it's the turn of the rainbow papers, so I'll be having fun with the rainbow papers tomorrow, so I hope you're able to join me for that. Thanks for watching live and commenting and being with me. If you have any questions or queries, don't hesitate to comment or contact me or email me, and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Do take care, look after yourselves, stay warm, stay dry, and I look forward to crafting with you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.